When you grow old, better to live alone than be married and still feel lonely. Aging brings a unique set of challenges and rewards, and one of the most profound questions many people face is whether it's better to live alone or remain in an unsatisfying marriage. Living alone in older age, while often met with societal expectations or concerns, can actually offer greater emotional and physical well being compared to staying in a relationship that no longer fulfills. For those contemplating the benefits of independent living, it can be a deeply enriching and empowering experience. Let's explore why choosing to live alone can sometimes be the healthier choice and how seniors can make the most of their solo life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Embracing emotional freedom and reclaiming self-worth. In the later stages of life, emotional freedom becomes not just a luxury, but a vital necessity. Many older adults in long-term relationships may find that, over time, these bonds shift from a source of comfort to a source of quiet isolation. The weight of unmet expectations, years of unresolved conflicts, or simply growing apart can create a deep sense of loneliness, even while physically together. For these individuals, the decision to live alone can be a liberating step toward rediscovering a sense of self and self-worth that may have faded over the years. Living alone provides a unique opportunity to focus inward, nurturing parts of oneself that may have been neglected while trying to meet the needs of a partner. This emotional freedom allows older adults to reconnect with who they are independently without the compromises that come with a strained partnership. It's a chance to pursue passions, interests, and routines that bring genuine happiness without needing to consider someone else's preferences or judgments. In doing so, they regain control over their emotional well-being, creating a life that feels both personally meaningful and authentically fulfilling. Choosing to live alone can also lift the burden of emotional dependency on a relationship that no longer serves as a source of support. This freedom allows for deeper introspection, where individuals can finally address their own needs, rediscover self-love, and explore their own identity, apart from the roles they've played within a marriage. Rather than compromising for the sake of avoiding physical solitude, they are embracing a deeper connection with themselves, cultivating a sense of peace and confidence that comes from within. This journey toward emotional independence may not always be easy, but it's profoundly empowering. It can open doors to new relationships, friendships, or community ties that are formed out of genuine connection rather than obligation. Ultimately, by choosing to live alone, older adults give themselves the chance to redefine happiness on their own terms, realizing that true contentment often comes from valuing oneself enough to choose a life that honors their needs and desires. 2. Building community and meaningful connections beyond marriage. Living alone offers older adults the chance to actively build a social network that genuinely resonates with their needs, values, and interests. A network that may bring more connection than a distant marriage ever could. While marriage is often thought of as the primary source of companionship, the reality is that a relationship lacking warmth and support can feel lonelier than being physically alone. Choosing to live independently allows individuals to seek out and foster meaningful connections with others who bring positive energy, mutual understanding, and shared interests into their lives. Living alone encourages older adults to step beyond the familiar boundaries of marriage and to invest in friendships and community. Engaging in social activities, joining local groups, or even participating in volunteer work can lead to enriching relationships that are based on shared values and experiences. Many people find that by building a supportive social circle, they not only fill the social gaps left by a marriage, but often surpass them, creating friendships that feel more authentic and reciprocal. Beyond social activities, many find that adopting a pet, a dog, cat, or even a small companion animal provides both companionship and a sense of purpose. Pets bring a unique kind of loyalty, routine, and joy into daily life, helping to ease feelings of loneliness. Dogs, for example, encourage regular walks, which not only promote physical health, but also increase opportunities for social interaction with neighbors and other pet owners. This simple daily routine can foster community connections and give individuals a reason to step outside, engage with others, and feel a stronger sense of belonging. Living alone also allows older adults to choose relationships that uplift and nurture them rather than feeling tethered to a partnership that no longer meets their emotional needs. In this new chapter, they can surround themselves with people who genuinely care about their well being, reinforcing a sense of companionship that feels enriching and fulfilling. Rather than relying on the comfort of a marriage, they're creating a supportive, chosen family, one based on respect, mutual joy, and shared experiences. By building a community on their own terms, older adults gain not only companionship, but also the power to craft a social life that aligns with their passions and desires. Living alone becomes not a solitary path, but a doorway to a more vibrant, connected, and fulfilling life where relationships are chosen with intention and cherished for the positivity they bring. 3. Rediscovering personal space and the power of autonomy. As people grow older, the value of personal space and autonomy becomes increasingly significant, especially for those who may have spent decades adjusting to the needs, routines, and preferences of a partner. For individuals who choose to live alone, the experience can be profoundly liberating, offering the rare opportunity to fully design a life that reflects their own rhythms, interests, and values without compromise. In a way, it is a journey back to oneself, a time to embrace who they are here independently and to honor the routines and spaces that bring them peace. Living alone allows older adults to experience the healing power of solitude, which is distinct from loneliness. Without the constraints of an unfulfilling partnership, they are free to develop a daily routine that is entirely their own, a ritual of small moments that provide structure, stability, and joy. For example, starting the morning with a quiet cup of coffee on the porch, spending an afternoon immersed in a book, or tending to a beloved garden without interruption can transform daily life into a series of cherished personal rituals. These simple intentional moments are grounding, offering comfort and a sense of control over one's day. This autonomy over their environment extends to the physical space itself. Living alone allows older adults to create a home that is a true reflection of who they are and what they value. Every corner, piece of furniture, and decoration can be chosen with care, representing personal memories, achievements, and passions. No longer having to accommodate someone else's tastes or preferences, they can finally make their home a sanctuary that brings them peace and joy. This intentional control over their space becomes a powerful expression of self respect and self worth. Moreover, living independently allows for flexibility and spontaneity that is often missing in relationships weighed down by routine or unresolved conflict. When living alone, individuals can adjust their schedule, change plans, or even spontaneously take a day trip without needing to consider another person's needs or opinions. This level of freedom reinforces a sense of independence, empowering them to live fully in the present and make decisions based on their own desires. In many ways, the autonomy of living alone becomes a gift of rediscovery, a time to return to activities and choices that may have been set aside. It's about giving oneself permission to prioritize personal happiness and well being, to find joy in small daily rituals, and to build a space that feels uniquely comforting. Living alone is not a retreat from companionship, but rather an affirmation of self, a way to honor one's journey and embrace the peace that comes from living in harmony with oneself. 4. Prioritizing health and well being through self responsibility. Living alone in older age can become a powerful motivator for prioritizing health and well being, often more so than staying in a marriage that may have become a source of stress or dissatisfaction. Without the emotional and physical strain of managing an unfulfilling relationship, individuals have the space to focus fully on their own needs, allowing for a more intentional approach to self care. In this stage of life, self responsibility in health becomes an act of self respect, a way to honor and care for the body and mind that have carried them through life. For many, living alone serves as a reminder that they are fully in charge of their health, creating a sense of empowerment that reinforces both mental and physical well being. Instead of relying on a partner for reminders or motivation, individuals begin to set personal routines that center around their own health goals, whether it's preparing nutritious meals, staying active, or keeping up with medical appointments. This self guided approach to health nurtures independence and instills a sense of pride in taking proactive steps to sustain a high quality of life. Physical activity, for instance, becomes not just a chore, but a meaningful part of the daily routine. Older adults living alone often find that incorporating movement into their day, whether through morning walks, gentle stretching, or even gardening, contributes significantly to both physical vitality and emotional well being. For those who may struggle with motivation, adopting a pet can serve as a natural solution. Walking a dog, for example, provides companionship and a gentle prompt to get outside, bringing both mental clarity and a renewed sense of purpose to each day. Engaging in these daily rituals not only keeps the body active, but also brings a sense of fulfillment as every act of care becomes a personal investment in longevity and happiness. Living alone also encourages mindful eating habits. With the freedom to choose meals that best suit their health needs, older adults can prioritize wholesome, nourishing foods and experiment with recipes that bring joy and wellness into their lives. This focus on nutrition can be transformative, turning each meal into an opportunity to care for oneself, especially when framed as an act of self-love rather than mere sustenance. Additionally, living independently creates the mental space needed to manage stress more effectively. While some may assume that being alone increases feelings of vulnerability, many individuals find the opposite to be true. Free from the emotional toll of a strained marriage, they often experience less stress, which positively affects overall health. They can also establish mental health routines such as meditation, journaling, or even quiet evenings of reading that contribute to emotional resilience and a sense of inner peace. Choosing to live alone empowers individuals to approach their health with greater intention, treating their well-being as a priority rather than an afterthought. This renewed focus not only sustains physical vitality, but also strengthens self-esteem, reinforcing the belief that they are worth the effort. Ultimately, living alone in later years becomes an opportunity to embrace self-care as a daily practice, a commitment to oneself that fosters both independence and profound self-respect. 5. Rediscovering passions and purpose through personal freedom. As people age, the opportunity to reconnect with personal interests and passions becomes more significant, especially for those who may have spent much of their lives focused on the needs and demands of others. Living alone offers a powerful chance to rekindle a sense of purpose by returning to old passions or exploring entirely new ones, free from the responsibilities and compromises that often come with long-term relationships. Individuals can invest fully in pursuits that bring them joy, meaning, and fulfillment. In this chapter of life, engaging in hobbies and interests is about more than simply passing the time. It's a way of nurturing the soul, creating a life rich in purpose and satisfaction. Older adults who choose to live alone often find that they can dedicate themselves more deeply to activities that might have been set aside during earlier, busier stages of life. Whether it's painting, gardening, writing, or learning a new skill, these hobbies allow individuals to reconnect with a creative side that may have been long forgotten. Each activity becomes an expression of personal identity, a celebration of freedom, and an affirmation of self-worth. The space and solitude of living alone create an ideal environment for deep focus, where individuals can immerse themselves fully in their passions without distraction. Unlike shared living arrangements, where compromise is often necessary, solo living allows one to arrange time and space around personal goals and interests. For instance, someone might transform a spare room into an art studio, a library, or a meditation space, an area dedicated solely to activities that bring them peace and fulfillment. This autonomy over one's environment enhances the joy of engaging in these pursuits, making them feel deeply personal and rewarding. For many, rediscovering purpose through hobbies and passions also contributes to a positive mental outlook. When people have something meaningful to look forward to each day, it creates a sense of structure and anticipation that can be profoundly uplifting. Engaging in these activities builds confidence and a sense of achievement, reinforcing the idea that each day holds the potential for joy and discovery, no matter one's age. Adopting a pet can also complement this journey of rediscovery. Pets, especially cats or dogs, provide companionship and add a rhythm to daily life that enriches the solo living experience. For those who enjoy gardening, for example, having a pet can add another layer of interaction with nature and routine. A dog might join in on garden strolls or relax nearby, adding warmth and comfort to these moments. Caring for a pet also brings a renewed sense of purpose, creating a routine of nurturing that is deeply fulfilling. In many ways, living alone becomes a canvas for self-expression. It's an opportunity to fill days with activities that resonate with the heart, providing a sense of joy and purpose that comes from within. By immersing themselves in hobbies and personal interests, older adults craft a life that reflects their true selves, unencumbered by external expectations. They are reminded that life's richness is not determined by partnership alone, but by the ability to pursue passions freely, to find meaning in the small moments, and to embrace each day with a renewed sense of curiosity and enthusiasm. 6. Overcoming the stigma of solitude and embracing the power of self-choice. In a world that often equates happiness with partnership, choosing to live alone in older age can be a bold and empowering statement. Society tends to view solitude in later years through a lens of concern or pity, frequently assuming that those who live alone are lonely or lacking support. However, many individuals who choose to live independently find that it brings a unique kind of freedom, self-respect, and fulfillment that often surpasses the confines of an unfulfilling marriage. Embracing solo living as an intentional choice can shift the narrative from one of isolation to one of empowerment, reframing solitude as a pathway to self-discovery and self-acceptance. Choosing to live alone allows older adults to redefine what it means to be alone. This decision is not about rejecting companionship, but about prioritizing meaningful connections and avoiding relationships that don't serve their emotional well-being. In solitude, they find the freedom to build a life that aligns with their deepest values, unhindered by societal expectations. Living independently becomes an act of courage, one that honors their need for inner peace, fulfillment, and self-respect. Instead of seeing solitude as a void, they embrace it as a space for reflection, growth, and the pursuit of personal happiness. This self-chosen solitude encourages a deeper understanding of one's needs and desires. Rather than relying on external validation or companionship for a sense of worth, those who live alone learn to appreciate their own company. They begin to see solitude as an opportunity to connect with themselves on a deeper level, cultivating self-love, resilience, and emotional independence. This introspective journey allows for healing from past hurts and acceptance of life's complexities, leading to a state of inner contentment that does not depend on anyone else's presence. Living alone also redefines what community and connection mean. Rather than remaining in an unsatisfying partnership for the sake of avoiding solitude, individuals who choose to live solo can create a network of supportive relationships that are based on mutual respect, shared interests, and genuine care. This could include close friendships, community groups, and even casual acquaintances, all of which can provide a fulfilling social network that feels more authentic and rewarding than a strained marriage. Additionally, the companionship of a pet can add a comforting layer to this journey. For many, adopting a dog or cat brings warmth and companionship to the household, filling the home with a quiet presence that soothes and nurtures. Pets have a unique ability to bring joy without imposing demands, making them ideal companions for those seeking to embrace solitude while still wanting connection. A pet's unconditional companionship offers comfort in quieter moments, allowing individuals to experience the joy of caring for another being while maintaining the independence they value. Choosing to live alone in older age, then, becomes a powerful act of reclaiming one's life. It is a conscious rejection of societal pressures and expectations, a declaration that one's happiness does not hinge on the presence of a partner. By choosing solitude, individuals take control of their lives, crafting a reality that is fulfilling, peaceful, and aligned with their true selves. In doing so, they set an example that solitude can be both purposeful and enriching, a path that leads not to loneliness, but to a deeper connection with oneself and the world. 7. Redefining social connections and crafting a purposeful social life. For older adults who choose to live alone, there's a unique opportunity to reshape what social connection means, moving beyond the traditional structures of family and partnership. As people age, it's common for social invitations to decrease. Friends may move away, family members grow busy, and social circles may naturally shrink. However, this change doesn't have to mean isolation. In fact, living independently can inspire a proactive approach to building meaningful social interactions that are more rewarding and authentic than simply filling time or avoiding solitude. Choosing to live alone invites a shift from passive to intentional socialization. No longer waiting for others to initiate, older adults who embrace this lifestyle can take control of their social lives, organizing and curating activities that align with their interests and values. This could mean creating regular gatherings like book clubs, movie nights, or dinner parties, where they invite people who truly bring joy and connection. By doing so, they foster an environment that nourishes them emotionally and mentally, making each interaction a choice rather than an obligation. This freedom to design their own social experiences can feel deeply empowering, offering a sense of agency that is sometimes missing in long-term partnerships. For some, building a purposeful social life involves reaching out to the community or engaging in shared activities. Volunteering, participating in classes, or joining local interest groups becomes a way to connect with others who share common passions and values. These connections often feel more genuine because they are formed around mutual interests and goals, creating a deeper sense of belonging and shared purpose. Such relationships can be more fulfilling than obligatory social gatherings, as they are rooted in authentic, shared experiences that enrich the soul and expand one's world. The companionship of a pet also plays a significant role in crafting a meaningful social life. Adopting a dog or cat can add warmth to daily life and provide an instant conversation starter with neighbors or other pet owners. A dog, for example, naturally invites connection through regular walks, offering the chance to interact with others in the neighborhood and build casual, friendly connections. Pets offer a comforting presence in moments of solitude, balancing the social rhythm by providing both companionship and a sense of responsibility. This simple act of caring for a pet brings purpose to each day, filling a space that might otherwise feel empty. Embracing intentional socialization allows older adults living alone to see relationships as choices rather than necessities. They engage with others not out of fear of loneliness, but out of a desire for authentic connection and mutual enrichment. By taking control of their social lives, they can ensure that their relationships are with people who uplift and inspire them, creating a network that feels like a chosen family rather than an obligatory one. Living alone, thus, becomes not a limitation, but an invitation to cultivate a social life that is personally meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with one's true self. This proactive approach to connection encourages individuals to shape a life that feels whole and vibrant, full of relationships that add genuine joy and support. Far from being isolated, they create a world of connection where each interaction is intentional, enriching, and deeply valued. 8. Embracing self care as a vital commitment to well being. When living alone, the importance of self care takes on a new depth, becoming not just a routine, but a profound commitment to one's well being. For older adults, self care is essential for maintaining physical health, emotional resilience, and a sense of dignity in daily life. In the absence of a partner who might notice or encourage healthy habits, the responsibility to nurture oneself falls entirely within, transforming self care into an act of self respect and self worth. Choosing to live alone allows individuals to prioritize their own needs, reinforcing the belief that they are deserving of the same attention and care they would extend to others. Living independently offers a unique opportunity to develop a personalized self care routine, one that is crafted around individual preferences and priorities. This might involve physical self care practices such as regular exercise, nutritious meal planning, and a consistent sleep schedule. Without the potential distractions or stresses of an unfulfilling relationship, they have the freedom to design routines that bring balance and stability to each day. From daily stretching exercises to preparing meals that nourish the body and soul, every small act of self care becomes a reminder of one's own agency and ability to create a healthy, fulfilling life. Mental and emotional self care are equally vital. Without a partner as a sounding board or source of companionship, individuals living alone learn to turn inward, discovering ways to support their mental well being. This might include meditation, journaling, reading, or simply creating a calm and inviting home environment. Many find that rituals such as lighting candles, enjoying a cup of tea, or practicing gratitude each evening become small but powerful acts of nurturing that uplift the spirit. These personal practices provide emotional grounding, allowing them to process their thoughts and feelings in a space that is uniquely theirs. Having a pet can also play an important role in a holistic approach to self care. The companionship of a dog or cat adds warmth to the home, helping to ease moments of loneliness and bringing joy to everyday life. The routines involved in caring for a pet, feeding, grooming, walking, add structure to the day and encourage physical activity, which benefits both the pet and the owner's well being. In many ways, a pet serves as a gentle reminder of the importance of self care, fostering a sense of responsibility and companionship that can be deeply comforting. Self care, when living alone, becomes more than just a series of tasks. It's a commitment to nurturing one's own quality of life. It requires intention and mindfulness, but it also brings immense rewards. By prioritizing self care, older adults reinforce their sense of self worth and embrace the reality that they are their own best caregivers. Each day becomes an opportunity to choose health, peace, and joy, acts of self love that reflect an understanding that they are deserving of the best care they can give. In embracing self care, individuals living alone craft a life that feels whole and dignified. They learn to honor their needs, maintain their vitality, and celebrate their independence. Ultimately, self care becomes a journey of self compassion, empowering them to face each day with strength, resilience, and a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from nurturing oneself. Conclusion. Living alone as an older adult isn't a solitary path, it's a chance for self discovery and renewal. For many over 65 in the United States, living alone offers more freedom, emotional well being, and opportunities to create a fulfilling life than remaining in a relationship that lacks warmth or connection. Rather than conforming to outdated expectations, older adults today are reshaping the idea of independence and aging, proving that solo living can be one of the most enriching choices of later life. Choosing to live alone doesn't mean choosing loneliness. For those who take this step, it can be a powerful decision to embrace life on their terms, surrounded by the people, activities, and routines that truly bring them joy. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.